Good morning. Well, it's been a while. I've been away for a month, well not a month, close to a month, touring the South Island. Had an absolute ball. I'll just show you a couple of photographs from some of the beautiful spots we visited. But if you've not done the South Island or been to the South Island of New Zealand, it is a must-do, particularly the lower half. Well, all parts are beautiful, but we spent a lot of time in the lower half of the South Island, and it's just stunning. The Catlins, Central Otago, those sort of places, absolutely beautiful. We toured in a motorhome, and you know, I did miss the fishing, I've got to be honest, but it was as exciting, you know, touring around and seeing all the things and eating a lot of salmon. Man, we ate some salmon. Beautiful salmon in the lower South Island. Oh, absolutely stunning. Saw some stars at the planetarium or conservatory, I'm not sure what it's called, in Tekapo. Absolutely amazing. So anyway, but today, so this is my first trip out. They've had amazing workups here in Auckland, and there was workups yesterday out near the Noises, so that's where I'm sort of heading today. And I don't care, you know, really the size of the fish. I prefer smaller fish. I mean, it's exciting catching big fish, but the reality is a 38 centimetre or 40 centimetre snapper, I don't think you can beat them for eating. They are just so amazing to eat. They're beautiful. Whereas a bigger fish, you know, it's still tasty and lovely, but a lot different flavour, a lot stronger, you know, different texture, just not as sweet as the smaller fish. So that's what I sort of target. And yeah, this will be the first trip out in the skis since it's been repaired, so that'll be good. The Kevin who repaired it assures me that I'll get extra horsepower out of it after he fixed the impeller, the stainless impeller. He sheared the edges off. Apparently that's what they do on the race skis, they get extra power out of it. So there we go, I'm heading off. I'm excited. Look at the day. It is absolutely beautiful day, stunning, sun's out. There is some wind forecast for this afternoon, which will be wind against tide, so I'll stick it out as long as I can. But if it gets up to 15 knots and it's against tide, then it can get pretty ugly because it's a big tide today. Full moon. Nearly said new moon. Full moon today. Okay, let's go to the ramp, get it done. Well, it's easy to know you're back in Auckland. Just look at this traffic of people going to work. Wow. A bit different to the plains of Central Otago, where there's not many people around. But the other thing I sort of noticed about the South Island, as I say, we're in the lower South Island, that's what I'm speaking about, is everybody talks to each other, they all say hello. And this morning I put my rubbish bin out, a guy walked past and had his head down and completely ignored me. It's quite different in big cities, isn't it, to what you get in the smaller towns there, or smaller places of New Zealand. But very, very friendly in the South Island. You know, they just love to have a chat, they love to say hello to you in the street, and I thought that was pretty cool actually. Very different to Auckland, where everyone ignores each other unless it's your neighbour or something, of course you say hello, but if someone's walking past, you just ignore them, you know. Never mind. Okay, it's my rant for the day. And there it is, the beautiful, beautiful estuary. It's full tide, as you can see. We've got 16 degrees, we're meant to get to 18 today, so it's really not quite time to get the summer gear out just yet. The water temp's probably around 17, I'm guessing. It was 15.8 when I left, and that was, you know, say 3 weeks ago. Had some hot weather in between. I'll just show you something now I think you'll find interesting. This was at Tekapo, and we had 6 inches of snow on the first night we were in the South Island, which is just amazing. And then we're there a week later, it was 29 degrees. Christchurch the other day was 33 degrees. Yeah, so pretty extreme weather down the old. I think there's a ferry heading out to Waiheke Island, and there's a very enthusiastic walker bouncing along the old footpath there. So there was a boat, oh, it's gone now. I was going to say there was a boat apparently washed up here on the beach, someone was telling me, but looks like they've cleared it away. But yeah, it looks pretty nice out there. So, and not too many at the ramp by the look. I'm actually not early today. It's taken me quite a while to get here because of the traffic. But anyway, shouldn't be too many people down here today, being that it is a work day. On my way out to where the workups were yesterday, which is probably where that guy's racing off to, just came across this sign here. There's a lot of it, and bait fish in the top with quite a bit underneath there. So just going to drop a gun, 35 gram, which is not that one, this one here, which is on this monstrous great big reel, but that's okay. And that sign's gone, so I'll just run back to where it was. I thought I'd just have a look around here because this island here, which is called Tapu, is going to give quite a bit of protection this afternoon when that westerly really starts to pick up. It's probably about 10 knots now, 8-10 knots, and it's meant to go to 20 a bit later on. So it might be a good spot here to fish. And there's certainly quite a bit of sign around here. So the workups yesterday were over here. I'll just turn around where I'm pointing, straight up there. So behind this island where the workups were, which is where I was heading when I came across this sign, which I can't actually find now. Here it is, got it. Right. Now this is a little garn, 35 gram by Zest. I really love this little lure, it's a beauty. Now this reel, I bought off Swordfish Steve. It's one of the ones he's refurbished. It is, it's just a spare one actually that I had for the boat. But I really like this reel, you know, it's a bit old and knocked around. He's completely refurbished it, so she's pretty solid. A few little nibbles there on the way down. Be the bait fish probably. Now the tide's just turned, so we've got full tide. The tide's just turned to go out, so I'm not expecting much just yet, but as I say, good to know there's a lot of sign around here. So I'm just going to mark this spot on the sounder so I can come back. In fact, I know where it is. Oh, there's a good... I know exactly where it is, I don't need to mark it. There's some cables that come out from this island, power cables out to Waiheke, which is behind me. And there's a big hole here. So where these guys are fishing just here, they're anchored. There's a 24-metre hole there, which is quite a good fishing spot if you're a bait fisherman and you like anchoring up. I don't know where the birds have got to. I've sort of went right over here having a bit of a look around. I can't see any birds forming, so it is still a bit early. I think the workups yesterday were around sort of midday-ish. 11, so probably around midday today, there being an hour out. So quite a bit of signs. This is the Noisies just here. That's Haystack. This is Rakino Island, the north side of Rakino, and there's a lot of sign just under me now, which I think could be, you know, it's hard to know if it's bait fish just sitting on the bottom. There's a few decent marks there. So when I'm out here, I'm always looking like there's boats here driving really fast, heading that direction. There's a gannet there. It just sort of pays to keep an eye on what's going on. There might be, you know, there may be something going on that you can't see, and so the gannets are all coming down the side of the island here. There's a heap of them flying down this island. There's probably 20 or 30 heading that way, you know, so they're still scouting around. So I'm not going to follow them. You drive yourself nuts. I'm just going to fish the sign that I can see, and I've just got the old garn on again. Just going to whack that down. Well, I've chased birds all over the place. There's no work up, so it'll start a bit later in the day, which it normally does. So I'm just going to fish around here. There's not a lot of sign here, but I know there's pretty good fish. You know, there's normally good fish here because it's right beside the reef where they feed. So you just have a bit of a drift around here. This is Otata Island here. And I think I've filmed this many times before. There's a little house just behind there. The family owns the island, and they've owned it for 4 generations. They come here every Christmas, and no power, no electricity, no phones. Have a good old time. So just a gentle tap on the old Z-Man. Yeah, so I'm going to put a Kabura out, just drift with that as well, because often Rodney, the rod holder, on a Kabura sort of produces quite nice fish as well. So get that going, and we're just drifting towards the reef. I'm in 20 metres here. This is right on the outside of the drift area, so you don't typically get much here, but got to start somewhere. Oh, having said that, you just got quite a good bite. Yep, gotcha. Oh, you little bugger. Yeah, these not massive fish. However, at least they're biting, that's the main thing. And I'm just going to wind up. Quite often I find if you get bites like that, and they're only little fish like that, just take it away from them. Just check your lure's fine, and then just drop it right down again. So if there's any big fish around, they see it come down and they push the little ones out of the way and come and wolf it. That's the aim anyway. No, nothing on that one. So we'll get the Kabura out and wait for this. The bite's not forecast. The bite is forecast, I should say, for around about midday. So it's 2 hours away from where we are now. And that's when it was 11 o'clock yesterday, and that's exactly the time the workups were really going nuts just over here. So we will see. I've got the big Holy Saltist. This is quite a big one. It's a 30T, and I got this off Swordfish Steve. He's refurbished it actually. It's a bloody. I like this reel. It's pretty old and beat up, but it's completely new inside, and it's just great for having a spare reel that I know is a bit of a grunter. And just whacked it on there. Loosen it a little bit. Just let the old Kabura drag along while we work the soft bait. Yeah, that's definitely on the bottom. Cool. Let that soft bait drag along. I might just chuck the old garn down. So when it's slow like it is now, there's not much action. Quite good to have 3 different lures out just to see what they react to. Yeah, our drift is actually perfect. There's no sign on the sounder at all, but the drift is going the right way. Tide's going out now, so we should drift right past the reef. And this westerly, that's why I started so far over here, because the westerly wind will push us across. Apparently it was like this yesterday morning. It was just really slow until, yeah, 11ish, and then things fired up then. So it looks like today's going to be the same. Right, so I'll turn this off now, and if there's any action I'll click it back on. Alright, so I just dropped that Z-Man down, and this feels like quite a good fish. It's pulling a bit of string and got a bit of weight to it, which is all the necessary signs of a good snapper. This is on the old little Cetate 2500, and look, I haven't got the drag done up tight, so don't get too excited. Oh, and we're in again on the other one. No, we're not. False alarm. Yeah, this feels like a good fish. Ah, yes! First snapper for 3 weeks. Oh, we're in. The other rod's in. That's a good fish too, so... Oh. Alright. I've got to move it. Oh yeah, that's a beauty. These are good eating fish, man. Righto, come here you. Get you just there, and get this other guy in as well. Yeah, this feels like a good one as well. On the beautiful. Look at the saltus, eh? Look at the bloody... Look, she's got nice bit of green. Nice bit of green, I'm not sure what that word is. When metal goes green. It begins with P. It sounds exotic, but the designer says it. When they're talking about house colours, but yeah, this is a good fish as well. So 2 nice fish to start off. 3 weeks of no fishing. That's, yeah, lovely. Oh, these are such good size, good eating size. Bring them on board. Right, get deal to these guys now. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, we've got a good fish on here. Oh yeah, he's pulling some string, this fella. Pulling a bit of string on the old Saltus 30, whatever it is. 30T. I really love this reel. It's like it's old and bashed up, but it's just got personality. It's got something about it. And this feels like pretty... Oh, this is quite a good fish. This feels like a good fish, so I might bring this up real slow because I'm probably going to be releasing this chap if he's a monster. Oh yeah, look, he's still pulling string. I'll put the drag on, so the clicker on, so you get a bit of excitement on it. Woo! Yeah, that, eh? That gets everyone excited in the area. Okay, I'll take it off now. It's being a bit of a dick, isn't it? Being a bit of a dick. Yeah, I think this is quite a good fish. So this rod is the Peeex overhead rods. These are custom made. Oh, they're a bloody beautiful rod. Handmade in Auckland by a very skilled rod maker. Oh yes, a nice fish. Oh yeah, he's lovely. He's a lovely fish. Completely blown. Yeah, so no point releasing her, as it turns out. Righto, we'll get her in the bin. That's a shame. I did bring that fish up pretty slow, but it is around about 30 meters here, so yeah, unfortunately. Never mind. Okay. How's it going? Is that a standard colour or not? Standard colour. What year? 19. Bloody beautiful, eh? VX looks lovely, eh? Yeah. Ah, okay. That looks great, doesn't it? I tell you won't miss you blokes out here. You're easy to see. Couldn't see you, eh? Oh well. Oh good, okay. Oh well, better go and get some more dinner, eh? Yeah. Are you head off home? Yeah. You got a few? Yeah. Okay, matey. Have a good one. G'day. Well, the wind's come up as predicted. It's blowing about 20 knots down at Bean Rock, which is down towards Auckland, and it's probably, I don't know, 15 around here at the moment. But I've got some good fish there. I'm very happy with that, and got some good eating fish. I've got one bigger one which I'm going to give to a friend who loves those size fish, and I'm going to sort of pretty much head home now. It's about midday, I think. Yep, it's about midday. So I didn't see any work ups, so I'm sure there were work ups somewhere, but they weren't around this area, which is no problem. There's plenty of fish around. So hey, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and if you haven't subscribed, do that now. If you turn on the little bell, you get notifications of when I put videos out. I try and put them out every week. Disappearing to the South Island for 3.5 weeks wasn't, conducive to doing that, but anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and any comments, questions, whatever, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, sayonara from the noises, which is the only noise out here at the moment is the wind between the line. But yeah, you can never tell on camera. It never looks like it's windy on camera, or never looks like it's rough. They dampen down, but yeah, you can tell by my beautiful hairdo here that the wind is certainly pumping through. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Catch you next week. Bye. Woo!